Good morning. So we're going to talk a little bit about fixing this particular butterfly file. Let's take a look at what's going on here. I have a couple settings open here. I have this one called Show Path Ends, and this one shows Segment Ends. So segments are like point to point. This is a line segment on the part of a larger line. So all these little white dots, I'm going to go ahead and remove Show Segment Ends. Okay. So this gives us just the raw file of the file ends here. So if I were to zoom in right here, it actually looks like those aren't connected. And because this looks like it was probably mirrored based off of what I'm telling here. Yep, that's not connected there. And that's not connected there. Okay, so that sort of shows us exactly what we need to know there. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and open up another program, QCAD, to take a look at it and fix it. Alright, so I've opened up SheetCam here. QCAD here. Let's take a look at this. Alright, so there's a lot of vectors here. We recognize this. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, let's start here. We're going to click on this line, click, drag, end. Boom, done. That was it. That was it, right there. Right over here. Click, drag. Oh, nope, not that. Alright, let's try this again. Click, drag, boom. Awesome. Okay. Go down here to the bottom. Come on. Here to the bottom. We could probably just bring some of this down here and go like that. We could probably straighten that out a little bit. Depending on how I feel about this file here. At least get it in the general vicinity, depending on the size of this file. I mean, we're dealing with less. I mean, we're at 0.001 in terms of clarity down here. So realistically, when we go to cut this, the program won't even see that outside of what the G-code editor is going to do. So we have that down there, that down there. Let's take a look at this one up here, right? Because we look, there she is. Okay, and 1, 2. Okay, that's that one. And so we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one here. Let's go double check that. Hey, look at that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, and now that I've done that, I'm going to hit File Save. Sure. Yes. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and go over to SheetCam here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up that new file. So I pulled up the new file, and it looks like this. This is how we want our files to look. I'm going to move this over with that tool there. The yellow on the inside, red on the outside. Now this, when I do an outside offset, will actually show me exactly what the offset's supposed to look like. Let's go ahead and compare and contrast here. This is all red with yellow in the middle. And again, when I'm in my nesting tool, it all turns white, so that's normal. All right, so that is that. All right, let's go ahead and go and click on the other part here. Again, regardless of whether or not I'm in the nesting tool or not, this is all white. And when I have my Show Path Ends lit up, I can turn that off and it doesn't. But with Show Path Ends lit up, I can see that there are multiple path ends on here, meaning that the shape wasn't complete. So by comparing and contrasting here, we got 1, we got 2. I like it. This is how it's supposed to be. Now when I go, let's go ahead and do Operation Plasma Cut. I'll use layer 1. Okay. Now we see, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the width here so you can see what's going on. The green is on the inside of this white line, which is what we want because we want it to cut the interior here. Perfect. And then on the outside line here, all this outside line, it's cutting on the outside of that line regardless of where we are, which is exactly what we want to see. And again, these little eyes on this butterfly, these eyes on the leaf, we see that we have the line cutting from the inside here and again from the inside here. So this is exactly how we want to see this. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to hit this. We see the true width. I like what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and go over to the original butterfly and see what happens when we do that. We go Operation Plasma Cut. Again, I'm on outside offset layer 1. And what we see here is, you know what's surprising is, let's take a look here. Because of the, essentially with outside offset, if it's a line, there is an open paths were not offset. So it's actually cutting directly along the line. If I were to try to go through and really start to mess with things, I could get the offsets to really start essentially cutting incorrectly. Let's see if I change the, let's see, outside offsets, offset open paths. All right, so if I did that, now we have what we had before. So I said offset open paths. We see the antennae become nearly non-existent. We have this cutting on the inside, outside of this line. It's cutting on the inside of this line. We have so many shapes all over the place. This is what we were getting when we were trying to cut. What I do initially is just make sure open paths are not offset. So even at the very least, you get some semblance of the overall thing if you're dealing with a file like this. But again, we always want it to look like this here. So there you go. That should get you right.